what is up, Zombie Nation? It's your boy Dame, and welcome back to a brand new episode of your source for COD Zombies news, zombie information, and everything that you need to know about zombies. It's been a long time since we've had a zombie news episode. We've got some pretty interesting stories in today's video. There's been a huge leak for Black Ops 4 Zombies, some which include some gameplay mechanics. Some information about the Blood of the Dead intro cinematic has also been leaked as well. That's very interesting. And we've also got some news and updates on the statues that all the YouTubers have been getting as well. So hold tight, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the first story today, we're going to jump straight in to the juicy information. This was leaked over on the COD Zombies Reddit. I cannot pronounce his name whatsoever, but I'm going to link the main post in the description, so after this video you can go over and have a quick read and check it out yourself. Now the same guy that leaked this information has leaked the Blackout Battle Royale information as well that many YouTubers are covering, and seems to be somewhat of a trusted source, even though said account on Reddit only has 2 posts. We see this quite often over on Reddit with leaks, and most of these leaks end up being true, ends up being what we like to call a throwaway account. So it's a brand new account, some leaks get chucked onto it, and they end up coming true. Usually it's someone that we know in the community, could even be somebody that even helped make the game or had some sort of early access or at least insight into the game itself that make these sorts of leaks. So we're going to get straight into the leak itself, and I'm going to just read them from the top to the bottom and discuss them slightly. So the first bit talks about the Chaos Crew. It reads, the Chaos Crew has a set of special weapons that can be equipped before the match begins. There is a leak to where it said TREYARCH has already teased these on May the 17th, and I'll put that on screen now. It also says, while each character has a weapon pertaining to them, any character can equip any weapon. But also note, these are not the official names of the weapons. So we've got Shaw, who's going to be using the sword. There's also Scarlet, who's going to be using the staff. You've got Diego with the harpoon and the disc. And then you've got Bruno with the hammer. Now we've just had a trailer released, and within that trailer we can see most of these said weapons, which is very, very interesting. This leak actually came out before the trailer, so it just adds to the legitimacy that these leaks can in fact be actually true, unless somehow this guy got the trailer before any of us, and if he did, that means he's probably somebody quite important who's able to get his hands on said trailer. It was only about an hour or 2 before the trailer came out, but it was before the trailer came out. Another leak on this actual post says the Primus Crew also has their own set of special weapons which function the same as the Chaos Crew's. The Primus Crew's special weapons are a bit more subject to change, as Richterfin's DJ5s are named as such, but do not function exactly as the DJ4s from Black Ops 3. Dempsey's minigun currently uses the minigun model from a previous game. We've got Richtofen with the Ragnarok DG5s, so not the 4s, the 5s, so we're upgrading here. We've got Dempsey with the minigun, we've also got Nikolai with the flamethrower, and Takio with the katana. Now if all mechanics works like the Chaos Crews and the other 2 maps, then it seems like these are weapons you may be able to actually pick before you enter the actual game. And again, I would assume no matter which character you are, you could still use any of said weapons. So if you're Richtofen, you could still go in with the katana. I find it's really, really interesting that you can pick basically a wonder weapon before you even start the game. I mean, slightly overpowered, I kind of think, and it does take away from the fact that most of these weapons, at least the Ragnaroks and the katana, were usually Easter eggs of inside the game, which give us more to hunt for, whereas the minigun was a drop, and so on. And the next part of this post talks about the Blood of the Dead intro cinematic. So if you don't want to hear anything about it whatsoever, whether it's true or false, then I would click away or skip forward a few minutes from now. It reads, the Primus Crew enters the prison through a hole in the wall. Richtofen from the zombie comics gives the Primus Crew a set of blood vials and then leaves. Meanwhile, Primus Richtofen is holding a portal to leave the prison, which ends up being closed by Brutus before the crew can escape. The Cronorium also makes a slight appearance in the cinematic. Now this is very descriptive of the intro cutscene, and to me it seems like somebody has already got their hands on the intro cinematic. Also adding to this situation as well, yesterday we've got a trailer which contained both 9 and the Voyage of Despair cutscenes, or not so much cutscenes, but trailers and gameplay mechanics and so on, but we've yet to receive anything for the brand new Classified 5 map and the brand new Mob of the Dead remake, Blood of the Dead. Now rumour has it this could be coming tomorrow at Comic Con, and if I had to make a guess, then I could be wrong, and it has been done before. They could even give us the intro cinematic tomorrow for Blood of the Dead. Now I do know, being in the community, that a lot of people don't usually like the intro cinematics before the games come out. They would much prefer a trailer, but for somebody to get their hands, or supposedly get their hands on information like this, it would seem there is a possibility that we could get the Blood of the Dead intro cinematic tomorrow at Comic-Con, if not a trailer. But again, we could end up not getting anything at all. I don't suppose it would be at Comic-Con itself, but it would be released on Twitter and YouTube for us all to watch. It also talks about the map layout as well in Blood of the Dead, which is very, very interesting. It says, in this remake, the map is noticeably larger than the original Mob of the Dead, featuring both new and old sections. Players spawn in a cryo lab. Opening the first door reveals that you are on a side of the prison that was not in the original. There is a path from the cryo lab to the docks. In the actual game, we're going to be able to visit both the new and old side of the maps. Now, whether we're going to be able to visit the whole of Mob of the Dead is very unlikely, and unless the new map was a substantial amount bigger than Mob of the Dead, I don't think people would appreciate having half of Mob and half of Blood of the Dead. I think people would prefer a huge new remake, if not a huge new remake and Mob of the Dead. There is also a little bit of information about 9 as well. 9 is the gladiator looking map, and it says the crowd in the stadium fluctuates in response to the in-game actions of the player. Now again, I must add that this actual leak came out way before the actual trailer did itself, or it came out a couple of hours before the trailer did. But that information as well is very, very interesting. Whether it could be Easter egg related, who knows? But either way, we have map surroundings now that change depending on what the player actually does in game, which is cool. It's really, really cool. Again, like I said, I will link this down in the description. Go over and have a read. Go and have a read through the comments as well. And I have to stress that this was posted before the actual trailer release came out yesterday, and some of the information in this post was actually confirmed in that actual trailer. So it does make this post seem a lot more legitimate than it would have been if it was posted after said trailer. Again, like I always say, please take all leaks with a pinch of salt. Yes, it could be true. Yes, it could be wrong. There are many, many times in Call of Duty history where we've had a leak and it's been 100% correct. But there are many times in Call of Duty history as well where we've had leaks and none of it ended up being true. But nonetheless, it was some very, very interesting information to read. And I'd also love to know your guys' thoughts and comments about said post. So just post them down below. The next story today, the statues that all YouTubers have been getting. Yes, YouTubers have been receiving statues in the mail from Call of Duty TREYARCH themselves. And so far, each statue has been different. And each statue has somewhat of a cipher or alphabet on the bottom of them, which we are not able to work out yet. We do know it's some sort of alchemy, which translates into things like sugar, vinegar and salt, iron, and we just cannot quite work out exactly what these are saying. But so far the people to receive one was Mr. Dalek JD, who received a statue of Danu, who I believe was one of the most ancient of the Celtic gods, and she was also referred as one of the mothers of the Irish gods themselves. Noah J456 also received a statue. His statue was of Odin, who was another god, but this one was actually from Norse mythology, and who was ruler over Asgard as the king. Mr. Waffle Waffles has also received, or we believe Mr. Waffle Waffles has received a statue which he is yet to actually release to the public, and we believe he has received Zeus. Now the reason we believe Mr. Waffle Waffles has received a statue is TREYARCH Studios posted a tweet saying, looking forward to seeing you on Thursday the 19th in San Diego, which will be Comic-Con, and they posted up a picture with cutouts of a character which we believe and we've confirmed to be Zeus, and Mario actually replied to said post saying looks even better in person. And I believe he's only ever going to say that unless he's actually seen it and possesses one. Out of all the YouTubers as well, it's pretty obvious that Mr. Waffle Waffles will be receiving an actual statue as well. And again, all of the statues so far have had different ciphers on the bottom of the alchemy cipher, or the alchemy alphabet as well, which we've yet to be able to decode or decipher. And the last known statue, well, we don't know exactly if it's going to be a statue, but Smart Guy only this morning received a package in exactly the same style and format as all the other YouTubers so far. A tweet he posted saying this is actually happening, just a package from TREYARCH and Call of Duty, which seems to like is going to be another statue. Now we're not sure what this is going to be. There's rumors that there's only going to be 4 statues, But then again, there could be more than that because there's about 10 to 15 perks usually in the game, so there could be many more statues coming to other YouTubers. Not only that, the trailer we just had from Call of Duty actually shows another god or goddess as well, but this time it was from Egyptian. I believe it was in the 9 part of the trailer, so we do know there's going to be another one at least, but that is the one that Smart Guy could actually receive. So far we've got 4 statues to YouTubers, a plausible 5, and I do feel there are other YouTubers in the community that will be receiving them as well. So there could be anywhere upwards of 10 statues being sent out to YouTubers, and hopefully soon we're going to be able to crack the actual cipher and understand and read what it actually says. Because like many ciphers in the past, especially the Mob of the Dead loading screen cipher, if it's not solved now, in a few months they're going to end up being pointless and they're not going to add anything to the story, because we're already going to know stuff about the story, which if the cipher was cracked it wouldn't really matter anymore because we already knew. The main part of the story is Smart Guy's received a package. He's going to be posting up a video pretty soon, I can imagine, or streaming it over on his Twitch. So make sure to go and follow him on his Twitter, so as soon as he does, you could be the first guys to see exactly what it is that Smart Guy has received. And unfortunately, that is all for today's video. Don't forget, Comic-Con is kicking off tomorrow, Thursday the 19th of July, and we are expecting trailers, possibly the intro cutscenes like I already said. But yeah, Comic-Con's tomorrow. It's a big day for the zombie community, so make sure to keep an ear out on your Twitters and YouTubes because there's going to be a lot of information. But homies, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Sorry it's been so long with the COD Zombies news. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to go down there and hit that like button. It would be highly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified of when I upload. When you hit it, it's going to pop up with a box. Make sure to click all notifications. Hit me up on Twitter at DameAndThatGame if you want to talk about anything in today's video, or you can just leave it in the comment box down below. But enjoy the rest of your day. It's been awesome bringing you some news again. But until the next video, this is your boy Dame, and I'm out.